mind, can you feel like playing Marco Polo?
Plumber, right here. Plumber, right here.
Let Cumulus Boost help spotlight your business. Boost your website. Boost your findability. Boost your reputation. Boost your business. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Contact us today at cumulusboost.com.
Love, exciting, and new. San Francisco, come aboard the original Love Boat, Princess Cruises. Explore 335 incredible destinations on all 7 continents. Take in spectacular live shows, extraordinary dining, and see why Princess received the Wine Sport now and save up to 40% on cruise fares. Fourth guests, sail free on select cruises. Visit princess.com, call 1-800-PRINCESS, or contact your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises, come feel the love. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Diego. It's time to do it. You know, honestly, cashback matches make me feel special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double features, double header, double whammy. So basically, double.
You start having conversations in the summer of 3 weeks. Find some phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "What's your now try that for free. Dabble.com.
Don't change the system, even if you get out of the car.
Make a vote with the Phone app.
Download for free in the App Store.
1077 The Phone.
I can't wait till I can eat pasta again. LOL. Wow. People are dicks sometimes, huh? Sometimes. All the time. Yeah, comma. I still need to trim my lemon tree back, and that's gonna drop even more on my head. LOL. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. My problem is that I eat it more like an elephant buffet, where I take a bite here and a bite there and a bite over there and a bite over there, and then I end up never like really getting to the meat of that elephant. I need to be more organized. I used to be super organized. I don't know what happened. I used to have everything in one spot, and now everything's like everywhere else. I blame social media somehow.
I can set my DVR for July 26th.
All right. So I was going to go to this thing called Meat Carnival, and then I realized I had the wrong date. I'm going to be out of town that day. And Meat Carnival has emailed me to choose another Meat Carnival to attend, and I just like saying Meat Carnival. It's stupid expensive. It's like $200 a person. But my high school bestie, who I've known since freshman year, really wants to do this. And I'm like, all right, bitch, I will cough up $200 for you. I don't know. Do you think it's worth $200? It's all you can drink wine and all you can eat grill of like 6 or 8 different kinds of meat. Plus there's a, what do you call it? Cooking demonstration for how they make each meat. I don't know. $200 still sounds steep to me, but I'm doing it either way. Wait a second. Today's Thursday. I already did this. Job 1. Make sure you do all the commercials on time. Everything else I do on the radio is secondary to making sure I do all the commercials on time. There we go. I guess I should have commented, huh?
On the phone app.
Ew. Well, there's a song I don't want to play. There's a song I do want to play. There we go. There we go. No. Those can't go next to each other. Those can't go next to each other. Jesus. All right, hold on. Okay, that'll work. But now I'm short, like 3 minutes. Job 2. Make sure the commercials air on time. Job 3. Make sure the songs set. Oof. Still not on time. What is going on around here? Oh, that's not going to work there either. Oh, boy. Do I have any David Bowie? First down. Yes, I do. Wait a second. Oh, you're looking at the 6 o'clock hour. Clearly, I'm confusing myself. And no, that works out. Okay. Give me that David Bowie. Yeah, I don't have time for this right now. Okay. Jesus, I need another fucking 4 minutes. From here first. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Oh. All right, hold the fucking phone, would you? Oh. All right. Fuck. This needs to come down here. Sorry, this one's going to be kind of boring because I have a bunch of shit to do for a while. Um, mm, aha, that is perfect. Okay. Now I need.
1077 The Bone.
Oh. Right. "1077 The Bone" and Van Halen with "Finish What You Started." I'm Nikki Blakk, and, Sammy Hagar said he tried to call Alex Van Halen ahead of the tour that he's doing right now, which is very Van Halen based. It's called the Best of All Worlds Tour, and it's gonna be at the Toyota Pavilion in Concord on Saturday night, August 17th, and he said that Alex never got back to him, and Alex actually hasn't gotten back to him for a very, very long time now, and people are really mad at Alex Van Halen for not returning Sammy Hagar's calls. I mean, I guess I can't blame him, but also, Alex is a moody guy. I cannot wait till he explains all this to the world when his book comes out in November. It's the Beastie Boys right now on 1077 The Bone. Hi, it's the Bone. You okay? Hey. Yes, I am a radio host. I am on the air nowsies on 107.7 FM in San Francisco. We're called 1077 The Bone. I didn't come up with the name. Somebody else did, like, 20 years ago. Oh god, more than that now. It was, like, January of 2000. Holy shit. The Bone turns 25 next year. Oh, you're in Europe. Awesome. So, what you still doing awake? It is late for you. Actually, yeah, you can listen online at 1077thebone.com, and we have an app that you should be able to download, and it should work on your phone. Yeah, we got people listening all over the world, actually. Crazy, right? I used to get, back when there was still a lot of troops in Afghanistan, I used to get a lot of, emails from troops in Afghanistan. Yeah, check it out. See if you like it, man. It's, I keep getting copyright strikes every time I have the music on above, so I have to keep it down while I'm in here. But, yeah, this is 100% legit behind the scenes at a San Francisco radio station. Why I'm over here grumbling 'cause, it's live radio and I'm trying to, like, change some of the things that are coming up on the live radio, but I also have to make sure I don't miss when I'm supposed to actually talk on the live radio 'cause, live radio. It's not like that internet radio stuff, although technically you can listen to us on the internet. Um, yeah, I need to, you know what? I can once there's been a strike, because I've gotten some notifications, and YouTube has a process for striking the music, but so far it's been really annoying, and I don't know, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how much people are even interested in the VOD for this, for the live stream, 'cause, I'm here every day, so, I don't know if there's a big demand for, like, watching me work VOD, and I guess I'll see if it does look like there is, then I'll go through and I'll try and be more careful on the front end to avoid needing to strike the music, but, on the back end, I will, definitely be doing what needs to happen to do the VOD if they're worthwhile. At this point, I'm not monetized all the way. I had full monetization on YouTube years ago when I was on the air before, and, I was really active, but I also had a team of interns helping me, and now I have no one, so I'm really slow at getting my shit together, but, I have managed to get to the point where I am doing interviews again, and I am participating online again, and I am clawing back the monetization that they took from me last year or 2 years ago or whatever when I wasn't active, and, so hopefully I'll have that monetization back soon and it'll matter, but in the meantime, it's not a big deal, it's just a bunch of, emails. The kind of strikes I'm getting it says aren't affecting me. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. But yeah, every time I get one of those, it's like it tells me that I'm not in trouble. It's not a strike. It's a copyright claim, I guess, and I'm like, "Whatever, claim your copyright, I don't give a shit, silence it, edit it, replace it." Yeah, so far I'm not in trouble with the kind of strikes I'm getting. I think it can tell that I'm not, like, capitalizing on the music. The music is an incidental because it's so low in the background, and it's only occasional that I forget and have the music turned up too loud to where it's even detectable by the algorithm. So, it's just a whole lotta irritating at this point. But like I said, until I'm even in a monetized place, I don't know where they're oh, I know why they're mad at me. They're mad at me because, I have reached level 1 of the monetization process, which is having subs, so now I can have subscriptions and members, but I don't have any subscriptions or any members because I basically just started doing this again. Um, I mean, I have people who are subscribed to my channel, but I don't have, like, paid memberships. Um, I mean, I kind of started going through the setup process for paid memberships, but I don't think anybody wants a paid membership from me right now, but if they do, more power to them. I'll come up with some extra content, but in the meantime, all my content is, like, free. "Hello, here I am." On Twitch, you literally get muted? Wow, crazy. That's good to know, though, because, I have my friend Charlie, she stopped in yesterday, and I'm on Twitch right now too. Are you on Twitch? Yeah, you are on Twitch, okay. I'm on Twitch and YouTube at the same time because I have StreamYard. I'm just now learning how to use all of these things. I might add Facebook just to be a dick. I don't know. I don't know how it works yet, but it looks like I can just add Facebook and just start doing this on Facebook too, and fucking A, if people wanna watch it, watch it, and if you don't, don't. It's cool. I'm not mad. I'm here working anyway. Um, but, yeah, so I'm just trying to see what people want, where it goes, what's up. I'm mostly just talking to people, honestly, because, the Friday evening drug report? Erie, I don't know what you're talking about. What was the Friday evening drug report? Who did that? Who was um Yeah, exactly, Ace. I'm not even worried about people who wanna buy memberships at this point, and it's funny because I have some friends who are like, "I'll buy a membership," and I'm like, "You know me." You don't need to buy a membership. And they're like, but I want to support you. And I'm like, I'm just not there yet. Just slip me a $5 next time you see me, buy me a drink or whatever to support me. I don't care. So I totally appreciate that. Yeah. See, thank you, Ace. I fully appreciate you even being here to give me this advice because I'll be honest, I do not have the attention span or the time for tutorials right now. And I'm just kind of like stumbling forward through all of this to see what happens and what ends up working and what doesn't work. And yeah, people can have me for free. I'm literally on terrestrial radio. People can fucking call me right now. They can text me right now, but I almost get no texts and no calls. And I think that's oh, thank you. I don't know how to reach you back though. Once this is gone, it's gone, and then I'll never find you again. Is there a way to like friend you on Twitch? Because I super appreciate you, man. Am I on Discord? I am not on Discord. Do I need to be on Discord now too? Because I'll be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed. TikTok is taking it out of me, man. Fucking TikTok is annoying as shit. But I have email. You can always catch me at Nikki Blakk at Gmail, NIKKIBLAKK@gmail. That's basically what I have in all of my DMs. Thank you. TikTok is garbage, right? And now, so I have like a handful of friends that are on TikTok, and whenever they send me TikToks, they send them to me through Instagram, which is weird enough. And then it goes on to, and then I click on it, and it automatically opens it in TikTok. It won't let me just watch it in Instagram and be done with it. It automatically opens it in TikTok. So now my TikTok algorithm is chock full of like racist shit because my friends think racist jokes are hilarious. And I'm like, you guys have to quit doing this because now TikTok is feeding me racist jokes because TikTok thinks I'm a racist because of you fucking assholes. Yeah, that's me. NikkiBlakk@gmail.com. But yeah, I fucking hate TikTok now. I'm afraid to even open it, right? Because it just shouts at you, right? So if I even open TikTok and it just starts shouting at people, because I never have earbuds, I don't have time for that. Like I'm constantly taking headphones on and off all day. So it'll be just like shouting N-word and stuff, and I'm all ah! Ah! And BT dubs, it's white and black friends sending me stuff with the N-word. And I'm like, you guys, I live in California, in San Francisco. No, stop it. Which they think is even funnier. If you know anyone from either Louisiana or Maryland. Let's see. Erie, would you say people sent in their drugs and got a report on what was found every day at 5? I don't know what you talking about, cousin Erie. That is I don't think that was K-San. People sent in their drugs and got a report on what was found every Friday at 5. Now, what years are you talking about? Because I was on the station Fridays at 5 from like 2006 to 2011, and then last year and this year. And then for a lot of years, I did nights, and I don't remember. And then for another 4 years, I did nights from 2011 to 2015. I was on at night, and I don't remember that ever being a thing then. So I've been collectively on the air here for, wow, like 17 years. And I don't ever remember that being a thing. Yeah, I have 0 racist jokes. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the racist joke from one friend and send it to another, and then I found out that they've met. Now that they've met, they're just sending them to each other now, and I'm like, "Wow, you guys, just keep me out of it." 17, 25. You're funny. This is actually like almost a no makeup day too because I swap cars with my mechanic when they're working on my car, and I thought I was just gonna get an oil change, but they're gonna smog it for me too. So when I dropped by yesterday to switch cars back, they were like, "Nope, we're keeping your car another day." And I forgot that my makeup was in the trunk of my car. So I woke up this morning and was like on my way out the door late, and I'm gonna do my makeup in the car. And then I was like, "Shit, I don't have any of that stuff. So I had to kind of like grab some samples and throw some shit on as I ran out the door. So thank you. I appreciate that compliment. I will absorb it like a sponge. Um, yeah, right. Cancel me is gonna trend like crazy soon. They're gonna be like, how is this bitch racist? She just posts a lot of like fucking lemons and food and stuff. It's yeah. In the 70s? Oh, well, probably in the 70s because back then you could just do drugs that showed up in the mail and tell people how they were. Nowadays, I'm not smoking nothing that comes in the mail to tell you how it was. I mean, if you wanna know how the most recent drugs I did were, I could tell you they were just some super weak mushrooms. But now all those drugs are legal, right? I mean, mushrooms are decriminalized, weed is legal. Um, I'm still trying to find some of that diet weed because I would love to get high again, but I just can't afford the calories, especially now that I'm on the, abundant life wellness diet, abundant life health and wellness diet, which I literally just got an email from right now. Hi, it's Bone.
Coach Cam,
No. What? Why would
did you call her?
why would you think why would you what on earth made you think caller 10 was happening right now? Are you even
Oh,
listening to the station?
I thought that you said you didn't say the commercial, right? With the Stones, so they go, you're gonna win, and then you want to get for free. So
What?
is that on yet?
We haven't even done the commercial. Like, well,
No,
tell me you're not
the
listening to the
commercial.
station without telling me you're not listening to the station.
So well, you don't hear the background. You don't hear the background.
No, I can't hear the background. Why would I hear the background?
Yeah, the sound, the music. 1077.
I can't hear the background of your phone. No, sorry.
It was a song with Tesla, right?
No, this is Cinderella, but I trust you that you're listening now. Well, keep listening because the cue to call is coming. You don't want to miss it, right?
But my grandma's birthday. Does that
Okay.
count?
Nope. Doesn't mean shit. I mean, happy birthday to your grandma. Give her my best. I hope she's doing well.
I was getting in 2 minutes. I thought it was better than I swear to God.
Why? Why would you think it was caller 10 time?
No, because you did have that commercial, right?
No, I didn't have a commercial. That's what I'm telling you. There was not a commercial for the Rolling Stones.
It's like, oh, you can't.
Oh, Jesus. You know, wait. Hold on. The last time I played a Rolling Stones commercial was at 3:11 and it's 3:20. That was like 9 minutes ago. It was 9 minutes ago that I played that commercial, and we've been talking for what, 3 minutes? 2 minutes. We've been talking for 2 minutes. So wait. Listen to me. You heard a commercial and it took you 7 minutes to call me. There's literally no one calling because it's not the time to win. How did you take 7 minutes to call? There's been nothing on the phone lines. I've been sitting here watching the phone lines. Like, dude, if you want to win these tickets for your grandma's birthday, you are gonna have to get better at this.
Yes, I would do that.
Okay, listen for the cue to call, then call right away, and then keep calling for like 5 minutes. If you haven't won in 5 minutes, then give up. So if you aren't calling for at least 5 minutes, you've got no chance because that winner's already been gotten.
Gotcha. And what is the time you're gonna call? Like, gonna make this call?
It's going to happen in the 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah, like 6:30, 6:20.
I know what time it is. Do you? Yeah. It's going to be in the 3 o'clock hour. So it's going to happen between 2:59 and 4:01 in the 3 o'clock hour.
Copy that.
All right. Good luck.
All right.
I've helped you as much as I could coach you. I can't help you anymore. Jesus, people. What do Princess Diana and Pink Floyd have in common? I don't know what. Their last hit was The Wall. Aww. Sad face. But also, I would totally put on my nerd hat and be like, well, actually, Pink Floyd had, Learning to Fly, which is a really big hit. And then Princess Diana hit the windshield, not the wall. Sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's a broadcast. Somebody can clip you. At the end of, I get a note. I get like an email that says somebody has clipped your Twitch, which sounds dirty but isn't. And then it shows me the clips that people pulled, and I think people are like clipping me on accident because the clips that they're pulling are really boring. Why did Princess Diana cross the road? I don't know why. All right. Speaking of Pink Floyd, did I do the Pink Floyd? Speaking of drugs and Pink Floyd, did I schedule my 420 Floyd song? Because that's something that I have to do every day. No, I was in the. Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, that's done. Also, speaking of drugs, I have to talk about cocaine. She wasn't wearing her seatbelt. Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh man, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. My stomach literally just growled out loud. Could you hear it? It was all. Why did I even pick up my phone? I can't remember. Book club and lemon exchange! Exclamation point. Mhm. Okay. That is done. Clapton and Foreigner. Somebody just sent me 3 Alice in Chains titles, none of which we play, and then was like, "Take your pick." I don't know. I'll pick this one that we won't play. People don't understand how radio works anymore. Okay. But yeah. So, as I was saying, yeah, I think a lot of these people are high. Ugh. I think a lot of them are just like people who work early shifts, construction and stuff like that, where they gotta get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and then they're done by like 2 and then they just immediately smoke out. Um, I gotta find something interesting to say on the air here. Hold on a second. Oh, Jesus. "1077 The Bone" and Clapton with Cocaine. I'm Nikki Blakk, and anybody out there watch Rick and Morty on Cartoon Network? I love that cartoon. I can't believe it's still going after all it's been through, and now they're gonna do an entire season in anime, and I am not a big anime fan, but I am a big Rick and Morty fan, so I don't know. It's almost like instead of somebody putting chocolate in my peanut butter, they've put hold on. What's something weird that they could put in my peanut butter that would be not chocolate? Coconut. 1077 The Bone and Clapton with Cocaine. I'm Nikki Blakk, and anybody out there watch Rick and Morty, the cartoon? I love that show. I can't believe it's still on after all it's been through, but it is still absolutely hilarious. Much like The Boys, it still manages to keep topping itself season after season, but now they're gonna do an entire season of anime, and I'm not a big fan of anime. It's kind of like instead of putting their chocolate in my peanut butter, they're putting, like, coconut in my peanut butter, and I'm not sure what that's gonna taste. Oh, my microphone's a little hot. There we go. Okay. Be done with that. "1077 The Bone" and Steppenwolf with "Born to Be Wild," the song that coined the term heavy metal. I'm Nikki Blakk. Saturday nights at 11 o'clock is part of our new Saturday night lineup here on the Rock of the Bay. It starts with Sammy's Top Rock Countdown, Sammy Hagar doing kind of whatever the hell he wants from 7 to 9. And then Shasta and Baby Huey roll in with Bone Breakers, our new music program. And then at 10 o'clock, it's Dennis Willis with Soundwaves FM. That's the best of the Bay Area music scene, past, present, and future. And then we wrap it all up with the Bone Metal Zone. And oh, we almost forgot. You're only 10 minutes away from your chance at Rolling Stones tickets on the Rock of the Bay. Oh, look at him putting my recorded commercial right next to my live read. I don't know why they keep doing that. People don't want to hear me talk recorded after hearing me talk live. Hey, Jacob. What's up? I mentioned the boys. Yeah. Starlight. Yeah, she's super tiny. Do I think she did plastic surgery for her nose? I don't know. Maybe. She does have a very tiny, tiny little nose. Do I know about her beef with Megyn Kelly, accusing her of being fake? Megyn Kelly is dumb. So I will side with Starlight on that one. Hey, when I put together the Metal Zone for Saturday night and it goes live on Saturday night, are you allowed to post that same place minus the commercial spots on your socials where it can go? Well, Brian, funny you should ask that question because my friend Ace, the clueless genius I was just talking to, would know the answer to it, whether or not I could do it on Twitch. He seems to have the inside scoop on the bit. But I program the Metal Zone. I choose all the songs. It's all my music. So in theory, I could program the same songs. And I think I can get away with broadcasting them live on a Twitch stream, provided I don't do video on demand with that Twitch stream. I do not think I can get away with it from YouTube because YouTube is already just like crazy on my jock about Charlie. Hey. So YouTube is already crazy on my jock about just incidental music bits that seep in from the radio station. But yeah, I'm gonna record a cue to call for contesting. So I'm gonna mute you guys for a second on account. I'm gonna mute myself to you for a second on account of this is what Charlie was telling me that this is what I'm Charlie's the real expert here on the Twitchy bits. She's my Twitch. it can be tricky for doing like a broadcast. I'm gonna do this cue to call 1 sec. Okay, we back. Oh, it's 3:33. Okay. The new album by The Warning is great. Actually, Chastin Baby Huey have played that. Have you been listening to Bone Breakers? Um, my favorite witch. You had a streamer you watched get DMCA'd on a live stream, so it's probably best just to go through. I'm going to assume that that's some kind of like kill switch copyright violation. So bummer. Yeah, no way to do that. Well, the only other thing I think of is dude, someone texted me 3 Alice in Chains songs and was like, pick one. So I picked one. And now he's doing the We're Not Worthy because I think he or she thinks I'm going to play their song. And clearly I am not. I just was choosing one because they said pick one. So I picked one because that's how innate it is to request a song. So Witchy, meet Ace, meet Witchy. You guys are my Twitch experts. So it can be a thing on live streams. So and Witchy is my friend Charlie IRL, and Ace just popped on today, so we are new BFFs. Yeah, like what I think I can still do though is I can still host a Metal Zone radio program on, I think it's SoundCloud or one of those like sites, provided I pay like a membership fee because that's what Soundwaves FM has been doing for years, hosting their show online with that, and it's relatively inexpensive. She Googles DMCA. Digital Millennium Copyright Act. 1998 copyright law. Prohibits circumventing technological protection measures. I don't know. I do know that I'm starving. And you're going to have to watch me eat yogurt. What? Wow. Oh, but that's YouTube, right? Like, have you been hit on Twitch? Because YouTube, I think I've told you the story where I had this interview with Zaki Vengeance that I uploaded to my YouTube page back when it was monetized, and it got like 70,000 views in a week or some shit because the band reposted it, and it was a big kind of a thing. And there was a copyright violation on it. And I was like, how the fuck does that have a copyright violation on it? And because I didn't know anything about it, I had to, it took me like a week to get in to figure out what was going on and then to file the to contest it. And it turned out that once I realized where the violation was coming from, because I was like, why would Avenged Sevenfold like strike my content after reposting it? It made no sense. But it turned out that the strike was coming from the band sound checking in the next room. Their sound check music was bleeding into my interview just barely, like so little to the point where you could hear the interview just fine. But the algorithm picked it up and slapped a demonetization on my shit. And then by the time I filed and fought it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're right. This is totally not your fault." And they were like, "Now you can monetize this." Like I'd already lost out on something like 100,000 views by the time they went through the whole process. They were like, "Oh yeah, no, you don't get those back." And this was back when I was like lucky to get 10,000 on anything. Like I was like struggling to get 1,000 or 5,000 on anything. And that Avenged Sevenfold video interview was like the biggest thing I'd had to date. And the whole thing just went, I was so pissed. Also, Zachy Vengeance like cried in my interview about the Rev. Like, not that I'm that person that's like trying to get that reaction, but when it happens naturally and he like gets choked up and teary-eyed over his, departed band member, like I think that's kind of amazing. I think that's compelling content. And I didn't try to make it happen. It just happened during the interview. And so I felt like this interview was like really special. And then it just pissed me off that they like took that all away from me. Oh yeah, I Googled it. You only play copyright-free playlists, which is, yeah. You got yours because the distribution company went through, but it worked out. Interesting. So, no broadcast, but maybe I can still get away with hosting on SoundCloud. I don't know. Don't know. So maybe I don't do like a Twitch broadcast for Metal Zone. I just do them while I'm on the air here. If I can ever get Gorman to call back. I could do the podcast that way. Breakfast. Not true. I had a latte. Yeah. Well, I'm a little surprised too. But yeah, YouTube has definitely hit me with copyright violations just from having the radio on in the background. Because I don't have the level of monetization that allows for commercials, I haven't bothered. But because I have the level of monetization that allows for memberships, subscriptions, specialty memberships, or whatever, I get demonetized every time I do a live stream from the station that bleeds a little bit of music into it. And it happens before it goes VOD. Like I get an email while I'm still talking that like Green Day wants to partner with me because I've played a little bit of Green Day in here or whatever. Some weird email like that. That's why I can't find the Metallica Fortnite. Because I'll bet you they copyright strike anyone who's like playing the game and goes to the Metallica thing. Fuck, I really wanted to see that. Can you go to the Metallica thing in Fortnite and just like videotape it for me and send it to me? I would totally do it, but I can't play video games anymore. Sad face. Do you? Girl, text a bitch some clips. I definitely want to see that. I've literally been asking people on air to like hook me up with some clips because I wanted to see the Metallica Fortnite thing. But I think our audience is a little too old for that. Apparently, I need to get on Discord. And the minute he said that to me, I was immediately like, ugh, another fucking social media. I'm on Slack. Does that count? I mean, I literally use it for one thing only, but that's it. There's like one Slack chat that I'm a part of, and it's work related. So, ooh, why won't it let me? Oh, maybe I need to be on Twitch to get it. Thank you, Charlie. I tried to click on it when I was in StreamYard. StreamYard wouldn't let me. It was doing some weird thing. I had to go into the Twitch thing to do it. I have seen / heard a lot about Discord. I know a lot of people that are on it, but not enough to the point where I would want to be on it because I'm old, so all my people are on Facebook still. Even better, thank you. Well, that's not a selling point, Ace. I'm not super even into Slack, you know? Like I literally just have one work related Slack and that's it. Fair point. Fair point. Nobody is. I get that. I can feel my blood sugar changing. But what is Discord better for? I mean, just like one-on-one chats or like group chats or like early people trying to win by calling early. They make me crazy. Hi, it's Bone.
Hey, did I just miss it?
You missed something. I don't know what it was though.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you say call in.
Did you?
I thought so.
Huh.
Anyway, I was down in my garden. I'm hearing the radio and I come running.
Oh,
so
well,
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, if the you're gonna want to stick around and just be listening to the radio for a while because if it took you this long to call in after the last thing I said, you're not gonna call in fast enough to win tickets.
Gotcha. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck.
You have a great day.
You too. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Okay, he wasn't as bad as the usuals. Video calls, voice calls, one-on-one, etc. Okay, but I mean, everybody I know that I would want to get a message from already contacted me like so many other ways. Adding another layer of ways for people to contact me that like I'm already done with DMs, right? I don't DM on Instagram. I don't DM on Facebook. There's like 3 people on Instagram whose DMs I'll answer, and everybody else is like, nope, stop it. Because it's just so many different places that I have to keep track of to keep track of people, to talk to people, you know? Oh, it would be like my Discord. But then like what would be the advantage to Discord over like where I'm already at, right? Because I'm already on Facebook, I'm already on Twitter, I'm already on Instagram, I'm already on TikTok. I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Tumblr, I'm on fucking YouTube, I'm on Twitch now. Like, what has Discord got that isn't already on all of those? You'll be shocked at the number of people my age still on Facebook. I promise you. Oh, all right. I'm going to continue to keep Discord in the back of my head, but at the moment, I am already fairly well overwhelmed by Twitch and YouTube. Fair enough. Because don't I kind of want okay, but isn't this the place for people to gather? Like on the live stream? Hmm. So you're saying I don't know if I want to give a fan base that level of access. I don't want to be getting 2 a.m. notifications that somebody thought this meme was funny. That would make me kill someone. Shit, my mom could text me a meme at 2 a.m. and I'd be like, what the fuck is this, lady? You have all notifications off? No, that's fair. But the thing is the only time I would log in would be right now anyway, right? Hmm. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. I think I can kind of see where you're headed. And actually, I very much appreciate it because it does make sense in terms of, you know, all due respect, a younger audience, right? Because I may be old and the typical demographics for the radio station may be old, but like, that doesn't mean everything in my life is old people shit, right? $20 fucking Discords. Jesus, girl. How do you even keep up? Yeah, this might be like, Hi, it's the bone.
Yes. Am I too early?
What do you think?
I think I am. I don't know. I just realized what time it was, and I'm not at home. And I went, oh, I can put on the bone and see if I'm in time for the Windstone.
Turn on the Bone app.
I know. I am on the Bone app.
All right. Listen for the cue to call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Hi, it's the Bone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
For the Stone ticket?
You got to listen for the cue to call, man.
Oh, sorry. Missed it.
Okay. So it's a networking tool and a social media tool. I could see that. Oh, God. People on Facebook were using @everyone for like a second before they all got verbally beaten down. I know. People think they're sneaky, but they're not. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't have to actively post to Discord. I could just link the Discord to the live stream and it would like post on its own of like live stream just started. And then I could just go in and respond to people. I wouldn't have to like create content for yet another social media. Or would I also have to kind of like try and repeat content from my other social medias to Discord to keep it active? Because that's the exhausting thing right now is every algorithm demands my attention to keep me visible. I need bots. Bots are the new interns, right? Summer PJ hasn't tapped in. He's going to miss the caller 9. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 1. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 2. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 3. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 4. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 5. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 6. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 7. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 8. Hi, it's Sabone, your caller 9. Sorry, dude.
Oh.
Super close. Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Oh.
This close.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Take care. PJ would have loved that one. Hi, it's Sabone. Who's this?
This is Tyler Russell, the Love Buffalo.
Tyler, I'm going to hang up on you.
Oh, no.
You should never introduce yourself that way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I dated a guy my sophomore year that used to introduce himself that way, and I was like, it's over.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yep.
That's what they call me at work.
Oh, you might want to look at getting a new job.
Okay.
Tyler, have you won anything from the bone in the last 30 days?
No, I have not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I won a ticket 6 months ago to the Outlaw Music Fest.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tyler. Congratulations, man.
All right, I'll check my email.
Okay, well, check it daily because it'll probably happen like in the next day or two.
Okay, thank you so much.
You got it, Tyler. Congrats, man. Cheers.
Bye.
Late. Yeah, I 100% need bots. You know, I mean, Charlie, you're my guru for all things organizational because I don't know how you do it. Before you got here, I was just complaining about how disorganized I am. Yeah, sorry, Ace. You should know that Charlie is like an expert at this shit. Like, she was my expert. I'm the one who's clueless. She's been trying to help me out. Hey, Alan. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Sorry, I'm still eating breakfast. Super hungry. I swear, every time I turn around, the timing changes on this thing when I'm not looking. Oh, well, that'll be fun. Yeah, I keep getting these mandates from my boss to like spend more time engaging with listeners. And the way that the morning show does that is with phone calls and texts, but I do it on social media. And I feel like I'm talking and hanging out with like more people in like a more real way than if they just call in and request a song or whatever. You know? That's okay. I know where she lives. Like I said, Charlie's my friend in real life, so I can always find her if I need to. I've known that woman since the 90s, yo. 1 second. I'm going to blow my nose. Nobody needs to see this. Better. Wow, people are still calling to try and win? Don't they know I only answer calls for about 5 minutes and then it's done? Now I'm going to have to tell like 10 people that they didn't win. I hate doing that. It's super annoying. Oh, that new Deep Purple? I don't think I've watched that yet. There was a band that had a new song and I was going to post it and I was all, ew, no, I'm not posting this. This is not good. And I felt bad for them. But I don't think it was Deep Purple. And I didn't hate it enough to post it like Motley Crue. Because God, that Dogs of War song is so terrible. Ugh. I don't know what they were thinking. I love Bay Area thrash, but it depends on the band whether or not I prefer it. Much like everything, though, right? I should go through the phone lines and just tell everyone they're caller 9. But that would be too mean. Hi, it's Bill, and I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks. Hi, it's Bill, and I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
Thanks, Becky.
Cheers. Hi, it's Bone. I'm sorry, I've already got a winner. A caller 9 emoji. Hi, I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
All right.
Take care. Hi, it's the Bone. I'm sorry, I've already got a winner. Well, you can see who's nice and who's not. Hi, it's the Bone. I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
All righty, thank you.
All right, take care.
Take care.
Thanks. Thank you. Hi, it's the Bone. I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
Yep. Call it.
Nope, sorry, I've already got a winner.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, just so you know, I usually have a winner within 5 minutes. I've only got to answer 10 calls. So if you haven't won within 5 minutes, you can probably, okay, well, you can just, oh, now he gives up. Hi, it's the Bone. I'm sorry, I've already got a winner.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Somebody just texted me, bummer. And I was like, what? And they're like, I've been trying 3 times a day. It's been fun to try and get tickets. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, but when you text a DJ, like, we don't know anything about you. We don't know who you are. We don't know why you're texting. All we have is a phone number and a message, and the message just says bummer. A color 9 emoji. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool. YouTube was like letting me monetize to have subscriptions or whatever, and I was trying to just fill out the those are very cool. Oh, so that's only yours? Because I do love that pentagram. It's fucking awesome. You're so good. Oh, and the hammer, because yeah, that all makes sense. Is the hammer like your weapon of choice on one of the games or something? Ah, okay. So I was trying to put those together on my YouTube because YouTube is allowing me to do the memberships or whatever. And oh shoot, sorry. I just realized I shouldn't go back to back with Eye of the Tiger and then Journey because that's a little 80s-ish back to back. Let me fix this. I don't like doing two songs 80s back to back like that. At least not that close, not that similar in genre. Plus, I got to do this commercial. So, what I was using for the avatars, what I was using for avatars on the YouTube membership levels of like 6 months, a year, or whatever, was all of my guitar picks. I thought that would be cute, right? Like the newer you are, the newer the guitar pick photo from my most recent guitar pick to the collectible ones that I have from the past. Yay. Now, where's that script? 1 second. There it is. You don't want to hear the commercial, do you? Okay. So you have like subscribers? Oh, so cute. Goat's head. Love it. And they pay you to watch you play Fortnite Or like whatever other game that you're playing? Or is Fortnite like your game? Cool. I wish I had. Ooh, maybe they make this. Do they make like gamer? What's the word I'm looking for here? Braces. Oh, I need that link because I got to be honest. The ones I have are really old, kind of shitty, and I'm hoping that if I can get the right support, you know, maybe I can play a video game again. Yeah. Yeah, because it's honestly, I'm only partly with carpal tunnel. The biggest problem I have is extensor tendonitis from this little move here, you know. But too much of the individual clicky, and then this flares up all the way up in here, and it gets to the point where I can't move, like my hand's like a claw, you know, and then I wake up in the middle of the night with like dead arm and shit like that. I need to find gamer wrist braces. Oh. No? Okay.
And guess what? I lost 20 pounds. And more importantly, I've kept it off. I don't count points or calories. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't have any new exercises, and I definitely don't do prepackaged meals because I like food. My social media is filled with so much of the foods that I love. And I don't do surgery or drugs, and definitely no injections. I think it's
for crying out loud.
those side effects. Learn more at abundantlifeweightloss.com. Lose up to a pound a day? Well, they should lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two, just like I did.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, thank you, love. Yeah. I'm gonna buy that right fucking now.
Or online at abundantlifeweightloss.com. That's abundantlifeweightloss.com.
Did you know you always have a phone in your pocket? I mean, the phone.
Just pull out your phone. The phone app. Yeah,
477 the phone.
Rock of the Bay.
Opportunity Floyd is
Sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Shop Macy's. Macy's. Prices every day at Macy's Backstage. At Macy'sBackstage.com. Price and trends arriving daily. Lucky and figure that out. Fill your cart plus bonus game tickets and revenue chance of winning over 30 million prizes and money saving offers.
Extensor tendonitis. What? They have it right here. Ooh, they have options. This looks like the one I need.
Extraordinary dining and see why Princess received the Lion Spectator Award for You'll be
Oh, you know what? This will be great because then I'll have a whole second set of these things. Damn, they ain't cheap, but worth it. And then also, I could always have one in the wash because, man, these things are starting to stank.
Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 8/28/24. Ships in Bermuda and British registry. Monthly bill quotes for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 bonus. For canceling. Continue bill quotes or print stop and other finance.
If you've got questions, O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge, just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
Dunsies.
Sorry, but we
Alan, do you listen to the Metal Zone? Now that I bought new braces. Ooh, it's getting dark in here.
Sponsored by in Sonoma, Mendocino, and Lake County.
The way you squeeze my lemon.
Yay, my car passed smog. Woohoo! I mean, I love driving my my mechanic's car because I call it the midlife crisis mobile. It's like a Nissan Murano, which is kind of like a little SUV but with a rag top. And I fucking love dropping the top on that thing, especially summertime in the Bay. But the top is broken, so now I'm like, oh, now it just gets really bad gas mileage. Thank you, appreciate the congrats. Oh, well, you know, the Bone app is free, so you don't really have to think about getting it. You could just download it, but make sure 107.7 the Bone app. Otherwise, you might get something really uncomfortable, like the backseat of a Volkswagen. But yeah, oh, nice. Is there still rock radio in LA? I mean, I know you got KLOS, and I know pirate radio is gone.
Nobody's home. Nobody. Middle fingers up right now.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You know, I don't know if he's getting too much nuttier. I mean, at least he's not shitting in a bucket on stage, I think. Yeah. Well, I hope we're a little better than KLOS. I mean, I think we're allowed to play Metallica. So, oh yeah, I figured autocorrect got you on that one. I speak a little autocorrect, you know, just on account of it getting so bad. Yeah, the problem with Mike Patton is that, and I don't mean it's a problem. I mean, it's Mike Patton's get a patent, right? But is that the whole reason Faith No More is not happening at this point is because of him. You know, he had his issues during the pandemic that forced the cancellation of their tour, pissed everyone else off in the band. But even with all that, he still just is like, I just don't want to do Faith No More. He just can't bring himself to like suck it up and do it. And I don't know. I mean, for me, I'd be like, this is the easiest job in the world. I would totally go out and tour for like, get like an easy tour schedule, like 3 weeks at a time, you know, maybe do 3 shows on, 1 day off, or 3 shows on, 2 days off, whatever you can afford. Cracked it to the Brooklyn Bowl. Do they still have that milkshake at the Brooklyn Bowl? Oh, there was like this milkshake that was so good. It was like Jim Beam and I forget what else. It was like a Jim Beam milkshake, but it was fucking delightful. Yeah, I think I saw all the Warfield shows except for the last ones. Because I was out of town. Well, I take that back. No, there. I might have missed 2 sets of Warfield shows. I know I definitely went to one set that was like all 3. It was like the first ones, and then they came back and did them again a few years later. And I was out of town for the Warfield, but I was flying back from the Monsters of Rock cruise right when they were playing in LA. So I went straight from the Monsters of Rock cruise to the LA shows. Um, and then I might have missed the last one. For some reason, I have that in my head a little bit that I missed one, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I talked to Puffy at Cliff Burton Day in Castro Valley at the theater, and I was like, "Just give me the straight deal. What is it?" And he's like, "I'll fucking tell you. It's fucking Patton. Patton doesn't want to do it, which means we can't do it because he's the one guy we can't replace." And I was like, "He's not the one guy, but I get what you mean." But yeah. Oh, I do know Samson. Okay. And you mean Jimmy Walker, right? Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I know I have Warfield shows from them in my phone. I just can't remember which ones. I mean, I know I went to that first set for sure. I was at all 3 of those. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, were there 3 sets of Warfield shows or 2? I probably don't have enough cash on me for all of that. Then, comma, I'll probably have to see what I with it. How much cash do I have on me? What? Did I know that? I have a thing now where when somebody dies, I block it out. I forgot Carol had passed away for a second when some shit came up on Facebook, and then I was like, "Oh, Carol, I should." Whoa, yeah, like that's apparently some kind of mental defect that I've developed because I apparently have lost way too many people in too short of a time to deal with that grief, and I think I compartmentalize it, uh, and then my brain decides it didn't happen. Yeah, God, I mean, and Normie, Norman losing Carol and his mom like 1 year after the other. That was awful too. Like, it was just like she was just such a surrogate mom for all of us for so long, and we always wanted to do something for her to try and make things better or easier, but it was just we just always seemed to be in a weird spot. I'm so glad you guys got to see her. I was out of town when she came to the Bay too, that one time. I fucking missed her then too. I've literally only ever seen her on Facebook for the last 20 years. Had seen her, you know? It was brutal. Yeah, I think it's just a weird coping mechanism I developed on account of, people started dying on me. Like, friends were dying on me when I was a teenager. Anyways, and fucked up shit, so And then also like going into the live music industry, losing people that way. In my head, I forget they're gone and I'm literally just think they're on tour and I just haven't seen them lately. I got a glitch. Yeah. Well, it's rough on you if you process it. Apparently, I'm not processing at all. I just compartmentalize and then it goes somewhere into the abyss of my subconscious and then my brain just forgets how to create a neural path memory until something triggers it and then something triggers it and I'm like, well, by then it's like so far in the past that I forget that it's not like as difficult for some reason. I'm kooky. I think it's just there's always been a steady stream of loss in my life. Probably because I know so many people who had drug problems, you know, and lifestyles that weren't conducive to long life. Probably why I'm such a health nut now, with my fucking berry and yogurt parfait and my giant stack of vitamins and all that. My coffee with collagen powder and cinnamon in it. I didn't get much done during the pandemic, but I did get deep into like this superfood diet. So that was good. I'm like, I don't know. Are there lycopenes in this? Is it worth eating without the lycopenes? I found this really great chocolate company. Hey, Alan. Oh, you have to track some drums right now. Oh, yeah, come by anytime, dude. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Oh, you never did tell me what the other radio stations are. Is it just KLOS? No, you can tell me tomorrow. Have fun tracking drums. What was I saying? Something about food. I talk about food a lot. Oh, the chocolate company. You ever had Equal Exchange chocolates? Because I was trying to get what would Nikki Blakk do? Um, I was trying to find, the darkest of dark chocolates, but I didn't want it to taste like the darkest of dark chocolates, right? I didn't know X went away. I thought you guys had two or three. You guys had like what? Two classic rocks and two active rock stations. Active rock doesn't exist in California anymore, except maybe in like Modesto, Fresno, really tiny areas like that. Because I don't know. I think we're just too populated for there to be enough people into that kind of music for the ratings to be big enough for it to be a terrestrial radio station. Now that we're all owned by corporations, corporations need these stations to make a lot more money than they used to. Used to be you could play some quirky shit, and as long as you had enough people listening, you could make enough money, to keep one guy rich enough. And now you got to keep all of those everyone rich now. I got to do a break. Oh, Mel is on KO. Is Mel still on KOMP? She was doing like a Sunday thing, and now, oh no, I think she's not. I think she's on something. Um, sorry, that I do not recognize, and since there's like 17 people that work in this whole floor, I'm like, huh? KLOS is the only rock station, Sirius with a lot of channels. I want to like Sirius, and I do to some degree, but if you listen to the same Sirius stations for any period of time, it's the same shit over and over and over. They've got like 2 or 3 days worth of playlist, and that's it. Charlie, do you know Mel, who was on KOMP? And now she has like a rock report on an internet station that I'll have to look up her profile to see what the name of it is. She's in Vegas. Huh. Next time I'm out there, we'll have to try and put everybody together. I should have a mixer. That would be fun. You know what though? Now with me only having weekends off, I never get enough time in Vegas to chill and like meet up for drinks or hang out or whatever. Oh yeah? I've only met either of them once. Wait, is Heidi the blonde or is she the one that's going out with Charlie Benanti? I am terrible with the Butcher Babies. I think one of them was dating the sound guy for Ministry. Ah, that's not the one that's dating Charlie Benanti, so I've not met her. I met her with Charlie, which is the only reason I'm saying that because I only met her briefly and I don't really know her very well. So I hate to identify a woman by the guy she's dating, especially than being a artist in her own right. That makes me feel like shit. That just happens to be the way I met her. Carla, thank you. Let's see. Oh, Metallica thing that I got to do here real quick. 1 second. Oh, what did I just do there? Oh, cool. It's the Bay Area's own Metallica on the Rock of the Bay. I'm Nikki Blakk, and Metallica's charitable arm, the All Within My Hands Foundation, is up for a Community Choice Award at Charity Navigator, which I think is awesome. You know, we here at 1077 The Bone have partnered with a handful of different things with the All Within My Hand Foundation, and Metallica has donated tons of stuff around the Bay Area, especially when they have shows here. And the foundation does stuff worldwide, which I think is incredible. If you get a chance, go to the Charity Navigator Community Choice Award website and, you know, vote for your favorite Bay Area metal band. Somebody out there right now is going, Exodus is up for it. And I'm going to be like, stop. You know what I mean? Ah, PJ's not here to remind me to do the concert calendar. God damn it. This is why I need interns. Things were so much easier when I could just delegate life. What happened to that? Oh, I posted it. It should be here. There it is. It's Chili Peppers with Under the Bridge on 1077 The Bone. I'm Nikki Blakk, and Josh Klinghoffer, former Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist and current Pearl Jam touring guitarist, is being sued for wrongful death in what they are claiming is a distracted driving incident that killed a 47-year-old pedestrian who was in a crosswalk. I don't know what's going to happen with this one, but it doesn't sound good. Whew, look at us still on time. Yeah, I remember so many people were moving to Vegas for the tax break, you know, and I was like, you got to make a lot of money for that tax break to really do you any good. But it happens with people who tour because, you know, they're on like a 12 or 18-month touring cycle. So for 1 or 2 years, they make a shit ton of money. And then they go into album cycle where for a whole year they make shit for money, but they've already had to file those taxes, and it's like the deferment only lets you do so much. And I guess yeah, plus houses were cheap. Damn, housing's gone way up in Vegas in the last 5 years. I remember when Sip and Ocon bought their house out there. I want to say they paid like what I paid for my house 20 years ago. And now it's almost double in value. Yeah, shit tons of people. Because it works well for people who are on a not traditional. I mean, it works well for anybody tax-wise, but specifically for people who are making over a certain threshold and are making it in a certain way that makes it harder to avoid with taxes, state taxes, especially California state taxes, because, you know, I don't see Corey Taylor being a guy you run into around town. Does he go out much? He seems like kind of a homebody to me. I don't know. I don't know why I say that. I've barely met him, barely. In fact, I've mostly just been in the same room with him more so than having met him. Have I ever interviewed him? I don't think I have. No, I've interviewed Nick and Clown and Joey, but not Corey. Aw. I am not surprised. God, Hayden must be. Is he taller than Brian now? He's probably taller than Brian, huh? That tracks. Did they get a picture together? Wow. Has he picked a major? Nice. Oh, no, you know what? I knew that. I'm sorry. You did tell me that. So happy for him. Plus getting to stay close to home and all that. That's rad. So many kids are like so desperate to get away from their parents that they really just waste a lot of time and energy and effort going to college far from home just so that they can like not be around their parents. But your kid actually likes you, so it's just beneficial to everyone. Oh, nice. Hey, Alan. I have an email address. Everyone does, but I really don't want people sending me their music. I don't accept unsolicited, mostly because I don't have any place for it. Um, I'm glad he doesn't want to leave because yeah, you guys don't want him to. And I mean, for me personally, I think that's a sign of good parenting, you know? Um, Chris and Tim Howell, I don't know if you know them. Tim was in Sacrilege back in the 80s, in Berkeley. You were probably in Sac back then. He was in Fueled in the 90s. That was more early 90s. I can't remember if you were out here at that point. Um, but anyway, their daughter, same thing. You know, she didn't want to leave them, and she ended up going to nursing school and doing great. You know, they were going to put her up in a place, but the nursing school was like in Sonoma, and they were in Berkeley, and she decided it was better to commute than to stay in the dorms. And then when she decided to fly the coop, she basically still lived like she moved in with her boyfriend, but she and her boyfriend had a house, and then she and her boyfriend were mostly staying at her parents' house. And it was like this slow, gentle nudging out of the nest where she and the boyfriend had both places and were staying in both places and just gently moving things as they went, you know. And now she's Now she's all the way out and working in a cancer ward and a full-fledged nurse. And, I feel like that's, oh, yeah, okay. I feel like that's parenting done right. When your kid's not trying to get away from you, wants to stay around, but isn't dependent on you, just, isn't staying around because they're dependent on you and stuff. That's right. You told me that. I am so excited. Although I don't know if you want to move to New Orleans. I mean, that whole it's a dry heat thing takes on a whole new meaning for Vegas. Although I guess you guys are used to extreme heat, so yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll come visit like in the fall or the spring. But I have decided I will never ever again go to New Orleans in the summertime, or in winter for that matter. I once did like a very early Mardi Gras, and I have never been so cold in my entire life. I've literally been in Tahoe in 6-degree weather and been less cold than I was at Mardi Gras in New Orleans when it was like 35 degrees or whatever it was. It was some crazy cold. Yeah. Uh, I can't stand that. Well, and I can't do heat like I used to either, right? I mean, my PG&E tripled, and it's because I have to sleep with the air conditioner on all night when it's not reasonably cool out. Is Oregon that much cooler? My sister, oh, you mean like in Portland? My sister is basically living back and forth between Tacoma and Fairfield because when my stepfather passed away, she was staying with my mom to kind of help out, she and her wife. Oh, I'm not familiar. I mean, I'm barely familiar with Oregon. I think I've been like once or twice maybe. I think I went through Oregon on tour with Jackson, and then I went once when I was a kid. We went camping. Fun Oregon camping story. So we're like in the middle of nowhere, Oregon camping, and I mean, we're literally just surrounded by trees. And I was little. I was like 10 or something. So I didn't think that there were people elsewhere. I thought we were just quite the only people for miles and miles and miles because I hadn't seen anybody. We'd get up, we'd walk around, we'd go down to the lake, we'd be tooling around and exploring, and we'd never see another person. And so we're sitting around the campfire at night, and my dad played guitar, and he had this Kenny Rogers songbook, and we all liked Kenny Rogers. It was, I'm not kidding. I was like 8, 9 years old, maybe 10 tops. I don't think I was 10 even. Anyway, so we're singing Kenny Rogers songs and making s'mores, and then all the s'mores were ready to eat, so we stopped singing and we started just eating s'mores, and we're like, and then all of a sudden, in this like totally silent, dead silent woods, pitch black, we're around the fire, and we hear somebody go, "Hi, Lucille!" So we did, and they said thank you. So I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for Oregon because people out there, they roll with shit. Tacoma's coming around. Tacoma took a hit during the pandemic. Like, my sister's truck got stolen, and she had to basically go packing heat into a homeless camp to get it back, and, she lost a bunch of stuff they stole out of it and whatever, work trucks. And, now there's been, they've really, like, cleaned it up. The homeless have moved on or out or wherever, and they're not like there's not like big crazy homeless camps everywhere, that are like hotbeds for people with warrants and stuff. Oh. Um, oh yeah? And you liked Washington? I like visiting. I couldn't live there. There's not enough sunlight. I've only recently become sun sensitive. You hated it? Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I c but I'm still married to NorCal. I can't get out of here. Yeah, it's an age thing. Is what it is, right? Are these people? Oh, okay. Everyone, technically, we have like 4 or 5 stations here, but there's only 2 with live staffs. And I think there's a KMBR guy who's like family. He normally works remotely, but every once in a while he's in town, and when he's in town, his family sometimes drop in. I think that's who those people are. Well, you know me, I compartmentalize that shit, right? So if you're not living in the Bay, then you're off somewhere, and I don't know where it is, unless I can visit you there. You could be in Sacramento, you could be in Washington. If I haven't visited you there, it doesn't register in my head. But now that I've visited you in Vegas, I have you firmly planted in Vegas for the last like 10, 15 years. 10, 15, 10-ish, 15-ish. This is the 20th anniversary of my house. I moved into my house 20 years ago in July. Yeah, it just dawned on me just now. I was like trying to figure out how old my lemon tree was. We were talking about lemon trees this morning. Turns out that tree is over 20 years old. No wonder it's dropping so goddamn many lemons. I came home yesterday and they were like literally just falling into the driveway as I pulled up. So I'm gonna have to make a lot of lemon related stuff this weekend. Okay. Have fun. Thank you so much for coming by. And I definitely will be, I already ordered these. And I'll have to follow up with you on all the other stuff because you're a huge help. Thank you, Charlie. Give Brian and Hayden a hug for me. Or maybe just Brian. Hayden probably doesn't remember me, huh? If he remembers me, hug him from me. And if he doesn't, then, don't be creepy. Oh, yeah? All right. Well, the 2 of you have me almost this close to talked into Discord. But if I kind of get a foothold, I will do it. I will absolutely do it. Oh, AutoWorks. Wicked AutoWorks. I missed you for a second. What's when you were in the Bay, you would leave random change all over for the homeless declines? Oh, that's nice. That we used to have somebody in the Fillmore district when I worked at the Fillmore. We used to call it the Fillmore Ferry because somebody would just leave random little packages of food out for the homeless. I think they would just, whenever they went to, what do you call it? There was a Safeway around the corner from the Fillmore. And I think that whoever it was must have lived in the neighborhood and shopped at the Safeway and then would leave little snack cakes and little apples and whatever, just like random snacky bits. They would just leave out in little areas. And I would see it like all the time. I mean, because I used to be full time at the Fillmore. So I was there like at least 2 or 3 times a week. And at least once a week, I would see like some random food just out waiting for somebody to come and get it. So, yeah, cool. I like when people do that. Plus, I think, not that I'm against leaving change out for the homeless, but the difference between the money and the food is that everyone needs money. Only some people still need food. I think the food was like left until it was claimed by somebody who truly needed it. Right? Yeah. That's San Francisco, only in SF. That's why I love it out here. So much shit talking about San Francisco. Right-wing media really latched onto that whole shitting in the street thing. Fair enough. People shit in the streets. It does happen. But so much awesome happens here that I can step over the shit once in a while. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they always say never move out of San Francisco or the Bay Area because if you move out, you never afford to move back in unless you work in tech. Do you work in tech? Because that would make a difference. It depends. Having the resources to move back here once you've moved out of here is tough. because we're all kind of conditioned to like live within the budgetary restrictions of what's important and what's not, you know. There's here's my perfect example. People who don't live in the Bay always have new cars. It's like once you leave the Bay Area, no one's driving a car that's more than 5 years old, and they all have these crazy high car payments, and they're like, "Fuck it, whatever." They got that extra monthly disposable income that they're not spending on a house, and I'm like, "Yeah, but you got to live in Grass Valley." So, oh, are you sure you have the best beer and cheese? Because we have some pretty fucking good beer and cheese out here. I'll be honest. It is crazy. They probably don't even import it to Wisconsin. Wisconsin's afraid. You come back out here again, I'll give you a list of cheeses to try and beers. Although I'm not big on beer personally, um, I know people who are, and I can point you in the right direction. You can do some taste testing. I'd be interested to see how that. I'm not saying I haven't had some good Wisconsin cheese too. I have. I really have. But then I kind of started trying to only have I try to only consume animal products that are like within 100 miles if I can. You know what's funny is I haven't seen Zet in real life in forever. Motherfucker just don't go out. He's living in the basement now. But I see his kids all the time, and I love his kids. They're awesome. You know what's funny is you'll probably see him before I will, and I live here. Unless we end up at a show together, but I go to a lot of shows and I haven't seen him at anything. Unless he's avoiding me. Is that you avoiding me? I don't think so. But you never know. Oh, that's gotta be. Jesus, it's fucking 5 o'clock already. What have I gotten done today? Oh yeah, I got to do that concert calendar like ASAP. Oh hey, Charlie ducked out a little bit ago. You will have to hit her on Discord. um, or actually, I think she left my Twitch because she's starting on hers. So you could probably pop in and leave that message on hers. Because I think she's gonna play Fortnite or something right now. Because when she checked out, oh, she said you were cleaning up her Discord, which sounded awesome. And that she had to go get ready to do her thing. And I don't know if her thing, I think her thing meant games because she does a lot of things. She's a very busy woman. I don't think it was too much. 3 a.m. What do you mean 3 a.m.? Do I know Walter? Of course I know Walter. I see Walt. Walt goes out a lot. I just saw Walt. You might just be lurking. Yeah. I just saw Walter last weekend. 4th of July. That's when it was. I saw Walter on the 4th of July because we were all at the Back Lounge in Dublin for the Merkins set. Funny too, because Walter was like, "Hey, do you want to go on the vault with Zet Vault or whatever it was?" And I was like, "I don't care." I go, "But it's not like Zet doesn't have my number and can fucking ask me himself if he wants me to be on his fucking vault." That's the second time somebody's asked me if I wanted to be on Zet's show. Who was the other person who did? Tim Healy. Tim Healy was like, "Hey, do you want to be on Zet's vault?" And I was like, "Zet has my number. He can fucking call me." Oh my god, dude! I'm literally shopping for Dublin tickets right now, but they're for my mom. However, I am looking at taking the possibility, the remote possibility where I am going to try and see if I can get unpaid vacation because when I first came back to the station, December a year ago, December 2 years ago now, almost, December 22. In December 22, I came back to the station after being gone for 7 years, and so I came back as a new employee, and they had this whole contract procedure, whereas before I never had a contract. Um, Long story short, I only got 2 weeks vacation, and I host these festivals, Monsters Rock Cruise and, the Mountain Fest, and those take up all my vacation days. So, uh, we're looking at possibly trying to see if corporate will let me take some unpaid vacation days, and if they do, I'm going to try and go to Dublin with my mom, but my cousin is in Dublin right now, and I wanna go to Dublin so badly. Um, so maybe you might see me there. Um, Walter's gonna help you meet Zet? Okay. Um, I don't think Zet's hard to meet, is he? He might be. I guess you don't live out here. Although, like I said, he doesn't go out that much, so yeah, Walter could totally make that happen. Everybody loves Walter. Walter is like the mayor of Bay Area thrash. He knows everybody. He's a really good guy, and everybody loves him. Um, yeah, well, unpaid is definitely not ideal, and you know, it's just is what it is. You know, I argued with them on some things with my contract to the point where arguing with them over vacation days was probably going to make the other things harder to get. And one of those things that I had to fight for was owning all my own socials. They wanted to take control of my social media and they wanted to own all my content. And I was like, well, no, we're not going to do that. So come December again, I'm going to have a whole other, it's going to be a whole nother conversation. And I'm hoping to get more vacation time at that point, but you never know. I don't know how hard it's going to be to fight for that. I think I've got a pretty good, sorry, my nurse me. I think I've got a pretty good case because I was with the company for, a collective 12 years before I came back. So even though I've only got the 2 weeks vacation of a new employee, I'm not really a new employee. I'm somebody who's collectively been here now for a long fucking time. Let's see. Is there anything new from the Who? Yeah, well, no, I mean, even if you were from the Bay, knowing Walter is an advantage because, like I said, everyone loves Walt. Walter's awesome. He's the mayor of Bay Area thrash. He knows everybody, and everybody knows him because I don't think he's ever been mean to anybody ever. He's always just been like a really nice guy. Okay, so I'm obsessed with BBC News. So I'm not I'm not unfamiliar with the Euro way of life. And I know that England, against all odds, beat the Netherlands in the Euro Cup, which is crazy, but here we are. And I know that all my Turkish friends are very upset because the Netherlands beat Turkey last weekend. Yeah, I'm not as dumb as I look. I didn't say I was obsessed with BBC. I said I was obsessed with BBC News. The BBC News is not my only source of news, but it's my number one source for news. I don't watch local news anymore. I can't take it. It's too alarmist. Most American news is just alarmist now. It's exhausting. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hmm. 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 "1077 The Bone" and Bad Company. I'm Nikki Blakk, and if you're familiar with the band Ghost, you know that they just recently put out a movie called Right Here, Right Now, and it was the biggest movie premiere from a rock band in ever. Apparently, it grossed like $5 million. And now, if you missed it, it's going to be available for streaming, but only on the Veeps network on July 20th. And I know Veeps has been kind of positioning themselves to be the music channel, but I honestly haven't even checked it out yet. It looks like you could probably get away with just doing a trial subscription if you really wanted to, but it might be a subscription for what is effectively music television again. Oh, look at that. All right. Come on already. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Everything is running short right now. Oh, right when I said that, all the times just changed. This system is going to make me absolutely bank batshit. Everything changed by almost 2 minutes. I'll walk away for a minute.
Probably get away with subscription. But what is effective?
Yes, Americans have a thing for drama. Oh, enjoy your Friday. I will be back here tomorrow, so feel free to drop by. BRB, I gotta pee. That was not supposed to rhyme. My bad. Oh, PJ. You know you missed all the shit, right? $109 in Sacramento? Jesus, really? What is it at my house? I say as I put on a coat because it's fucking cold in here. You missed caller 9, and caller 9 got all fucking upset too, and he was like, "Motherfucker!" Okay, thanks, Nikki. You would have loved it. You missed the whole thing. What'd you do? Fall asleep after work? Fuck, what was I just about to check? Oh, right. Wow, it's 102 at my house right now. No, you broke down in Sacramento and it's 109? I'm so sorry. That is awful. And you missed caller 9? Like, wow. Wow, dude. This day just doesn't get any worse for you. How long you been there? God, you're not even in Sac proper. You're like by the airport all the way north. Did you have to go to Ukiah? Ukiah is in the middle of fucking nowhere. I used to work out there in the 90s. I had an office right there at Truxell, almost in Arco. That was back when I lived in Vacaville, so driving to Sacramento wasn't so bad. Not like now, where driving to Sacramento takes all goddamn day. Hmm. $90 minutes? Jesus. Oh, are you stuck there for the night or are you staying there on purpose? Are you broke down in the truck or are you broke down in your car? Because you went to Sacramento for some reason. No, you're in the truck, right? But why would you stay in Elk Grove? They got you in some kind of overnight work? Why did they even send you that far? You're like a day guy. Mobile mechanic, putting a drive line back together. Drive line. What's the drive line? Oh, that's that thing that what do you call it? I don't know what I called that, but I called it something else. But it's the thing that, that dudes hang on to, and the dude that dude was hanging on to in Cape Fear. With the load. Loads are less funny when it's 109 degrees out, dude. Whatever you do, don't go to 7-Eleven and try and get a Slurpee because 7-Eleven free Slurpee day, and there's all kind of trash trying to get that free Slurpee. Pay the extra money, go to AM/PM, spend $1, get a Slurpee without waiting in line. Drive shaft. That's what I was thinking. Drive shaft. What's the difference between a drive line and a drive shaft? Hello, Google. Is the drive shaft the thing that goes around the drive line? That would make sense. Let's see. The drive line is used for control of the drive shaft, meaning that it does not include the engine or the transmission. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Your story checks out. Mm, oh man. You just gotta sit there with a bunch of water waiting for this guy to like rebuild the drivetrain shaft line thing. Sorry. Today's been a boring day for music news. I'm having a hard time finding shit to talk about. I was literally talking about cartoons. One oh seven seven The Bone and Zep with Heartbreaker and Livin' Lovin' Made. I'm Nikki Blakk, and Ozzy Osbourne had to cancel an appearance at a convention. And now the press is trying to turn this into Ozzy's family bracing for the worst as his health worsens because he wasn't even able to make a trip on a private plane from LA to Phoenix and so on and so forth. And I feel like this is some unnecessary alarmist stuff because if I were Ozzy Osbourne and I was suffering from Parkinson's and the job was to go to the Mad Monster Party convention and shake hands and take pictures, I think that I too would say I was too sick to go, as opposed to being too weak to travel. You know what I mean? At least that's what I'm hoping because the world is not ready for Ozzy Osbourne. 1077 The Bone with Allison. My request. That is one of my absolute favorites from the Singles soundtrack. Remember that movie? It still totally holds up. Also, it kind of set the baseline for boyfriend minimum standards in terms of whether or not you say bless you after someone sneezes. Oh, before I forget, there was a thing I was going to tell you and I forgot it. Too late. Hold on. Oh, okay. 1077 The Bone and Alice in Chains by request. That song Would, one of my favorites from the Singles soundtrack, where the movie sets the standard for boyfriends. You have to bless someone after they sneeze if you're dating them. If you don't, she's gonna dump you. It's just facts. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. I'm Nikki Blakk, and I didn't want you to forget that you have one last chance to win roller tickets, and that is tomorrow. This Friday. I should take that back. You have 3 chances in the 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. hours. So you might want to just listen to 1077 The Bone. It's the Bay Area's own Sammy Hagar on the Rock of the Bay. I'm Nikki Blakk, and sure, there's only one way to rock, but there are infinite ways for Sammy to count him down. That's exactly what he does Saturday nights on 1077 The Bone. It kicks off our new Saturday night lineup with Sammy's Top Rock Countdown. 2 hours of whatever the hell Sammy feels like. After that, we have got Bone Breakers, our new music program with Chasta and Baby Huey. And then we have Soundwaves FM at 10 o'clock, hosted by Dennis Willis. It's the best of the Bay Area music scene, past, like the Doobie Brothers, present, and future. And we wrap up Saturdays with, you know it, the Bone Zone. Okay. By the way, PJ, you've already been fired several times today. You weren't even here. I don't even remember why. So many times. Aw, still sad. Oh, for Christ's sake. Never using this hair product again. It's garbage. You know what's so funny is people are constantly looking at the posters behind me, and I never look at the posters behind me. So when somebody says I have a poster of something, I'm always like, meh? Do we? I don't know. Mostly because these posters were collected before I came back to the station. And also because I pay no attention to what's on the wall. Like, not that much attention to where I like am looking at it regularly to see what's up there. Although I do know that we have Sully's picture and Aaron Shoota's picture because they're friends, right? Well, Sully's passed on, but near and dear. Let's see. Do we have a what poster? Huh? What did you say it was? Window night before? The Metallica event? Oh, the night before. Oh, that night before. You mean the Super Bowl poster? Oh yeah, that's definitely here. In fact, I think it's over in this corner, if I remember correctly. Let's see. It's over here-ish, wasn't it? Let's see. Am I not seeing it? I thought it was here, but it's not. Oh, this one. Okay. That's for the night between. So that would have been yeah, that was unofficial. So yeah, Russell put that show on at the chapel, I think, right? Yeah. Well, it's rare because it's not technically a Metallica event. It's unofficially a Metallica event. Yeah, they made it a benefit for the foundation, but Metallica, the band and the band foundation were not actually involved, if I remember correctly. Um, it was sponsored, I think, and I think the Bone was there. I didn't go because I was working the shows. Yeah, I think the station was involved, but I was actually working at the venue with the band, and I was way too fucking tired to consider going out there. But yeah, it was an unofficial event that happened in between the Metallica 40th anniversary shows. Yeah, fact. There's signed numbered copies out there. Who signed them? Not the band. The band didn't go. And it wasn't a night in between like what they've been doing with the kids. It wasn't like Bastard and Otto. I don't remember who played, but it was like local bands or something, wasn't it? Oh, Squindo's the artist. Oh. Well, there you go. I remember it happening. I remember Russell talking to me about it, and I remember like him asking me if I could go, but I was just like, dude, I was working like because I was working for the promoter at the time. I wasn't on radio at the time. So we were working the rehearsals, we were working the build. I was getting up every day at like 5 a.m. to work at the venue. And yeah, like I said, I was not getting enough sleep. So every opportunity I had to sleep and going to like a cover band party in between show nights was not gonna fucking happen for me. But I heard it was fun. I heard it was sold out and everybody had a great time. And I did not know that he commissioned a specific artist for the poster. So that's cool. I had no clue. God, that was a long time ago. When was that? 2021, right? Right after the pandemic? Is that right? You sold a Metallica poster collection? Really? I feel bad because I have a couple Metallica posters in my garage that are kind of getting beat up. Well, one of them's totally toast. One of them's like pinned to the wall and shit. And that one's from the Cow Palace, the Candlestick Park show. And then I have another one that I think is from the Super Bowl. And it's that artist that does the really cool collage art, whom I love, um, whose name is always escaping me. But he's done some posters I really love of, like, White Stripes and Willie Nelson and the Metallica one. I have that one, and it's not encased in anything right now. It's just, like, sitting out and gathering dust. I feel terrible about it. I gotta clean my fucking house out. The only thing worse than having to sell your Metallica collection is having to trash it because it is already trashed, not worth anything, right? It's not cool that they're getting beat up. I need to not beat them up. Did I take a picture? I remember finding I looked on the walls of my garage one day and I was just like, "Oh my god." Like, people would want this shit. Like, I have Machine Head Pelhams from, like, Machine Head merch that was made in the '90s. I have Fillmore posters from all the Metallica shows at the Fillmore, autographed. I really need to frame some shit. I need to organize my life. I actually found a baggie I'm not kidding you, dude. I was in my garage looking for something else, and I found a baggie, and when I looked into it, it had Metallica guitar picks and a set list from I don't even know which show. I'd have to open the set list to look. And I was like, "Why did I put this stuff in a baggie and then leave it in the garage?" Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, no, like, literally stuff from Machine Head, late '90s, early 2000s. Yeah, because before Machine Head sold their merch rights, my ex-husband used to screen print their stuff, so yeah, yeah. I gotta get my shit together, dude. And that stuff's just, like, literally stapled to my garage door. I wonder if I can find a photo of it. I feel like I took a picture. I remember just going, "Oh my god, is this here?" I just not even paying attention. Did I take a picture of it? Let's see. No, I guess I didn't. Did I? Wait, no. But yeah, I have a lot of weird old shit in my garage. Well, once I get around to cleaning it, if it's in good condition, I'll probably sell it or frame it or archive it. I have a Pantera laminate from 1993-ish? 2, 3, 92, 93, somewhere in there? 94. 92, 93, 94. I don't know. They played the Warfield for like 2 or 3 nights in a row with Crowbar, and I had a laminate for that. That's so cool. It's the only good thing about being old, man. You have cool shit. You got to see everybody back in the day. Fucking Fear Factory. You collect Fear Factory? That's cool. No, this was, Vulgar, wasn't it? Let's see. It's the yellow cover, or I mean, the pass is yellow. Maybe it's Far Beyond Driven. No, Far Beyond Driven was blue. It's definitely before that. Um, Maybe they made the pass separate without the album. It's got some kind of graphic on it. I'll have to go look at it. Let's see. Um, I know I got a picture of it someplace. Is it on the internet? Huh. Let me see when the show. Let me see. Let me ask Google when the shows happened. Pantera, Crowbar, Warfield. 1994. So it must have been 92 when I saw Pantera with Skid Row. And then 94 when I saw them at the Warfield. It's a janky little laminate too, for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, being old is the new black. Christian. Do I know Christian? Let me see what he looks like. Hey Kev, how's it going? I'm trying to remember things that happened in the 90s right now. Um I definitely have stickies from the Pantera White Zombie tour. I know I went to that one at least once or twice. Um, oh shit, I did not mean to delete that. Oh well. Wonder if I can search up photos. Oh, well there you go. It looked like that. You're right. Far beyond. I can't tell what the picture is. Is it a snake? Is it a cat? I don't know. I'll have to dig it up and look at it again. No. No. I'm keeping that one forever. Oh, here you go. Here's a little snippet of my collection. And trust, that's like a snippet. Like, I have so much shit. It's ridiculous. Oh, War of the Gargantuas, right? Is that the tour you were talking about? Right? Isn't that the one you were talking about? Pantera White Zombie? Oh, look, these are all Pantera. I must have been doing some kind of Pantera retrospective when I dragged this shit out. Hmm. There's some guitar picks in there. Yeah, I got a lot of shit, dude. All of this is somewhere in my garage right now. Damn. Who's that? I can't tell. There's something Metallica in the corner there. Looks like it might have been a Metallica Machine Head. Does that look like it says Metallica Machine Head? Did they ever play together? Oh shit, look, there's a Green Day. Wonder what that was from. I gotta show baby Huey. Well, that looks like it says that looks like the Machine Head machine, right? And it's definitely Metallica above it. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you it was from that Metallica when Machine Head opened for Metallica on the Blackening tour. That's right. I saw that show in San Jose and Vegas and maybe one other time. I gotta look at it. Yeah. No, I saw Metallica and Machine Head. I just have to wait for the rest of my memory to catch up. Eh, like I said, old. Zach came by and left you a note? Why? Was he, like, looking to buy a Harley or something? Yeah, I don't know what this is from, honestly, I don't remember. You know what? I typed Pantera into my phone search, and that's what came up with some of these pictures. What was that? Hmm. Yeah, looks like I dug it up out of the garage back, a long time ago to post about it. Doesn't have the date on the post, though. Anywho. Oh, wow. I do have some stories. I just have to remember them. Oh, here's a Phil story. One time, I used to date Pantera's pyro guy. So he wasn't doing pyro for him at that point. He actually, he was in a band with Phil before Phil joined Pantera, so they were just friends at the time. And then on the Pantera Crowbar tour, he was tour managing Crowbar. And then the time that remember when Phil, like, OD'd on tour? Well, he wasn't supposed to be on that tour with Pantera, but after Phil OD'd, I guess, like, Phil's mom called him and was like, "Will you please go out and see what's going on? He's not returning my calls." It's all like, "What the fuck?" So he flew out and joined the tour, like, in New Mexico. So he called me last minute and was like, "Hey, I know I said I wasn't gonna be on the tour to see you this time, but it turns out now I am on the tour because I'm sure you saw the news and Phil and blah, blah, blah. So, can you come hang out?" And I was like, "Well, I kinda can, but I also have to work in the morning." So, so I don't have, like, all the time in the world. So I came out, went to the show, which I wanna say was at the Cow Palace, and the band was staying at the Triton Hotel downtown, but because Steve wasn't on the tour, he didn't have a hotel room because he had just hopped on and just rode the bus, and so he was just kinda sleeping on the bus while the band had hotel rooms. So because I had to work early in the morning, we just crashed out on the bus in Phil's lounge while Phil had a hotel room until, like, 3 o'clock in the morning when Phil comes running in and he's like, "You guys, we just ate so many mushrooms. Wake up." And I was like, "Dude, I gotta get up for work in 3 hours. Like, I gotta drive in commute traffic. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We went to sleep at 2:30. What the fuck?" But that was yeah. I got a million of those. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, fuck it, I don't care. I mean, he had, like, a lounge that was set up like a bedroom instead of the back lounge, it was like the back lounge of the bedroom, so, yeah, we crashed in his bed because I was fucking tired because we were up till, like, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up and I had to leave at, like, 7 so I could be to work at, like, 8 or 9 or whatever it was, you know? And they were in San Francisco, and I was working at, like, Bass Tickets in Concord, I think, at the time. Um, Something like that, yeah. Here's a fun one. One time when I knew that he was coming down, it was funny because initially nobody knew that I knew them. And so next thing you know, oh, I should save this story for when Witchy Hammer's back on because it's her husband who called me. But her husband saw me. He went to Pantera at the Warfield, and he saw me on stage in the wings because he was in the pit and he was down front in the pit and he looked up and he saw me and was like, "What the fuck?" So the next day, he like called and was like, "How did you do that?" Because it was the 90s, right? It was all phones. And I was like, "Oh, I know it, you know." And then every single time Pantera would come through on tour before that, after that, he would call me and be like, "Can you get me in? Can you get me in? Can you get me in?" And I was like, "No, dude, fuck off." But I actually could. I just, it was gonna be a short list. So, Pantera comes through, they're playing the Cow Palace for something, and I have, like, my roommate and I, and then her boyfriend, and then, like, 3 other guys from her boyfriend's band. They were called Unjust. And so I was like, am I a dick if I asked for like 5 tickets and passes? And he was like, nah, I got you. He's like, the band doesn't have a lot of people in San Francisco. It's fine. And I was like, okay. So we go to the San Francisco show and I roll in like fucking 5 people deep. And we had a great time. It was fun. I'm going to the show the next night in Sacramento. Nobody wanted to go with me, right? Because we're living in Vacaville at the time. So for me to go to San Francisco and Sacramento was about the same. But for all of them, they all lived in like Richmond, Berkeley areas. So for them to go to Sacramento was like a big difference between San Francisco, Sacramento. So I thought I told him nobody was coming with me to Sacramento. Like even my roommate had to work. So I roll out to Sacramento literally by myself and I get an envelope full of tickets and passes. And I'm just like, yep. So I texted him or I called him. I forget what it was, but I had like a cell phone at the time. Did I have a cell phone at the time or was it a pager? Whatever it was. I managed to get a hold of him and he was like, I don't fucking care. He goes, just don't give out the passes because we don't want strangers back here. And I was like, no, of course. I go, but the tickets, like, does somebody need the tickets? And he's like, no, it's Sacramento. We know fewer people in Sacramento than we do San Francisco. So fuck it. So I'm standing out in front of the box office and I've got 5 extra fucking tickets. And I'm not even trying to sell them. I'm literally just trying to give them away to people. And I'm asking people as they walk in, I'm like, hey, are you going to buy tickets? Hey, are you going to buy tickets? And I've got 5 tickets fanned out. Like, I'm going to give them to you. I'm like, these are legit tickets. I'm standing in front of the box office. Tickets. People just didn't believe me. They thought I was like a scalper or scammer or something. It took me like half an hour to give away 4 tickets before I was like, fuck this. I'm just going in. Suckers. Could have had free tickets. But nope, you didn't want to talk to me. Let's see. What did I just You cried when you met Dime? Why? That would embarrass him. Poor guy. He was always just so sweet. He was just one big smiley happy guy. I never saw him angry. I'm sure he was. I mean, everyone's got a temper, but every time I was around, he was just always fucking happy. There was never anything wrong with anything. And tabs of LSD. Why would anybody take Jesus? Why would anybody take 10 tabs? That's just so unnecessary. I took 4 once, and that was more than enough. You wanna go see Testament? ADA seating at the Warfield is easy. They have, there's a whole area of tables in front of the booths for ADA seating. You just have to buy a ticket, and then you call the venue, I believe, is their policy still, but, it's not hard. Yeah, yeah, they're great. You know, it's funny because, Rita was rarely all the way up here on tour, you know? She just didn't, for the most part, come up to San Francisco and Sacramento shows while the guys were still alive, so I only met her, like, a couple of times, and then, she and I didn't become friends until after, Daryl was gone, and I would see her every year at NAMM, and then I would see her at other tours that my friend who used to work for Pantera would be on, because 'cause we're still friends today. Like, in fact, the last time I went to, Aftershock last year, uh, Rita and Steve and I hung out until the wee hours. In fact, I didn't even watch any of the bands. I saw Godsmack, and then that was it, and then, I was, like, hanging out with Rita and Steve and, talking about the old um, aw. Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't have anybody that can give you a ride, you don't have a driving situation, situation. I would Uber just because I mean, it's not like you can't take BART. I mean, you could BART, but the hard thing is that you never know when those BART elevators are gonna go out of service. Yeah, I know Muncie. Oh my god, Muncie's still in the business? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Muncie's fucking Muncie. Tell him I said, "Hey." Uh, it wouldn't matter if if we were at it 'cause I'm not taking any music right now. Probably not for another year, unless you're local. And then that's across the board. I just don't have the room for it. I don't have the room, I don't have the time, none of it. So, don't take it personally, it's got nothing to do with you. But definitely give Muncie a hug for me, that motherfucker. Yeah, dude, I know him, he was servicing records when I was on the air at, Rock 96.7 in Modesto in, like, 2001. I'm pretty sure that's when we met. But you know what? Actually, it does make sense. Muncie might not know that I'm back on radio and that the Metal Zone is back on the air. So, feel free to let him know. He's still got my contact. I haven't gotten anything from him in ages, so he must have taken me off his lists. Um, yeah, somewhere I probably have dime picks. Jesus, I didn't even think about that, huh? I gotta go looking in the boxes. Shit turns I know I got a Pink Floyd pick somewhere because I camped out all night. And got front row tickets to Pink Floyd at Oakland Coliseum, excuse me, in, 1994, and they threw a pick, and because of the way the stage was so tall and the video system was shooting everything so far back, there was, like, 30 feet between the stage and the front row so that you could see the band, and, so he throws out a pick. I might be exaggerating, it might be, like, 15 feet. This was 30 years ago, but when he threw out a pick, it landed way short of the front row, and, the security guard went and grabbed it for me. So that was cool. Let's see. People who have spent over $10,000 on meth. Jesus, okay. 80,000 on OxyContin. You know what? Anybody who's got that kind of money and spends it on drugs deserves what they get. That's just dumb. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, Muncie's a pit bull, dude. Honestly, Muncie and Metal Maria. If anybody would ask me, if anybody ever asked my opinion, Muncie and Metal Maria are the 2 hardest people at pushing a record, period. They've been doing it for so long, and they don't fuck around, and people respect them, and I love them both. Oh, is she? Awesome. Oh, see? 6 degrees of separation, dude. We probably all know the same people. Signed Bone shirt. Well, we don't even have shirts. I busted out an old Bone hoodie at Bottle Rock, and everybody was like, "Oh, how did you get a Bone hoodie?" And I was like, "We used to have these a long time ago. We don't have that shit anymore." And they were like, "No, no, ma'am, we don't." We just don't have the budget for promotional stuff, hardly at all. Um, but yeah, on Revolver Magazine, like their online? Is that what you mean? I gotta wrap it up here in a couple heads up. Um, so the thing that we have right now that somebody paid for was, fanny packs. Somebody in conjunction with Bottle Rock gave us the budget for fanny packs, and I think we still have some of those. So if you go to a Bone event, you might be able to get one, but you would have to turn up at an event, as far as I know, to be able to get one. We don't have any way to sell them, and And we definitely can't like just start mailing them out to people because then everybody would want one. And we literally can't afford the postage because we have no budget for that. I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. Like, facts. Like, so much facts. 4 o'clock. Oh, I was gonna check and see if I knew your guitar player, huh? Christian, somebody from Fear Factory. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, he and I have probably been in the same room at the same time, but we don't know each other. But Metal Maria and Muncie, tell them both I said hi. I just saw Maria in Florida. Where's that one? She was at the Monsters of Rock cruise. So what was that? February? We took pictures. That's why I'm looking it up because it was cute. Cute. Where's February? April, March. How cute is that? Maria with her super cool sunglasses. Oh, she's in Jersey. I rarely see her. That's why it was so crazy that I just saw her in February. Although she does come out here. I take that back. You know, she does come to the Bay to visit Debbie Abono's kids sometimes. So if I catch her when she's out here, I will. Wait, I don't know your name. It just says it says Devolution. What did I miss? Hold on. Oh, you got a Rampage Radio shirt from Ron? Uh, uh, wait. Your bass player now plays for Violence now? No, we didn't post that photo. That's just us. As far as I know, that photo's never gone public. Shh. Oh, hold on. Oh, well. Let's see. I can fix it. Okay. Okay, good. Thought I fucked some shit up there, but no, we're cool. I could just move this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm. Excellent timing. Excellent flow. All right. Okay, good. Phew. All right. Didn't fuck anything up. Christian plays for Violence, Cypress, Power Flow, You Guys, and Blood Clot. Well, that's a fucking resume. Yeah, Debbie Bono. Bless her. She used to manage my ex-husband's band back when I was in college, and she would feed me. She would she would let me come to band meetings for 2 reasons. 1, because my ex-husband had a DUI and wasn't supposed to be driving, and so I could drive him, and 2, she knew I was a starving, struggling college student, so she would let me come in and she would buy the guys dinner. Let's see. Christian plays stand-up bass for school. Wait, who's Nate? Sorry. I'm Oh, you found it online. Aw. Oh, you're Nate. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nate. Thanks for clearing that up. Um, okay, so Christian sounds like even though he's playing for violence, he's not, like, leaning into the whole, like, crazy anti-vax MAGA psycho right-wing conspiracy theories, or is he? No offense, but if he's, like, heavy on the MAGA or the conspiracy theories, I'm not super keen to meet him. If I don't already know him, maybe I have met him. I mean, if he's in violence, I would've at least at the very least met him or said hi or been in the same room with the same people or something for, like, a Sean benefit or violence at the, Oakland Metro or something like that. You see? Maybe okay, I have, like, a very vague maybe I met him at the Oakland Metro. Did you see violence at the Metro? That sounds right. Yeah, but I really only know Dino from Fear Factory, so I don't remember hanging out and talking to anybody else with Fear Factory. I mean, I knew Burton, but that's not a thing anymore. Um, my friend Sasha was friends with Tony, so I've been in the room with him a bunch, but I don't think he would remember me. No, I Googled his photo and, it was like, eh, you know? But to be fair, I'm fucking terrible at remembering people. I'm terrible at remembering their names. I'm terrible at remembering what they look like. I have had people get really mad at me because they're like, "Oh my god, how do you not remember?" And I'm like, brain fog. Sorry. Um, so fucking ask him. Just be like, "Hey, do you know Nikki Blakk from the Bay?" Maybe. He'll probably do the same thing. He'll be like, maybe. I usually remember faces. Usually I do, but let's be honest, the guy's got like a pretty basic metal look. When I first Googled his face, I thought he was Dez from Coal Chamber. Um, so you never know. But also, like 10, 15 years ago when I was really active in the metal zone and the show was 3 hours long and I was playing new music and there was a lot more going on that I had control over with the radio station and social media was less of a thing and I had more time to focus on what I was doing. Which reminds me, I didn't post the fucking Metal Zone concert calendar yet today. Back then, like I was going to LA a lot too. I had more vacation time. I had a lot more things going on. So I went to like Golden God Awards, met a bunch of people. I went to NAMM every year, met a bunch of people. So then I quit radio and I went to live concerts. And so I was working full time in concerts where I met a lot of other people that I would see once and then not again. Um, so there's a lot of blurry memories of people. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, that's why like when I'm talking here, I need somebody to trigger me for a story because I can't just like think of a story that I have and tell it because I'm all maybe. But the stories I have, I remember. Right? It's just brain fog, dude. I blame COVID, but it's age. I got the Biden. Whatever that is that fucks up your brain and makes you forget shit until all of a sudden you remember it and then you're like, "Ow!" Like yesterday, I was trying to think of this like this hair company because I've been really super irritated with my hair all week and I hate this fucking product that I've been using. And I was like, "What's the name of that product?" I was gonna buy some so that I could have it for next time I wash my hair. And then I remembered it was Kevin something, but I couldn't remember what. And then all of yesterday, I could not remember it. And then today at like, I don't know, 2:30 in the afternoon, all of a sudden I was like, Kevin Murphy. Okay. Thanks for that information now. Brain. All right. Let's see. Where was that? Concert calendar. I don't have time to really go over it. Hopefully people will add shit that's happening. Oh, why am I looking all spooked? Because I was looking at the concert calendar and then I flipped over to the list, that has all the concerts, and it had this Niviane from Hell show. And I thought it was listed on the stuff that's happening this weekend. And I had it happening next week on my concert calendar. And then I had to flip back and double check, and I have it as happening on the 19th on both days. So, but for a second I was like, oh, was I around the Bay Area in the early Metallica days? Well, I was born here, so I was technically around, but I'm not that old. Those guys are all in their 60s, dude. I'm in my 50s. I was like a full 10 years younger than them. So yeah, I'm like 52. So I didn't get into Metallica until like 1985 when I was in junior high. And then I guess the first time I saw them was 1989 on Injustice for All. But then I saw them twice in 2 nights. Because we went to the Club House and we got there early as shit because we were like, we're gonna get backstage. We're gonna meet Metallica. This is gonna be cool. And then we did. But there was some kind of a motorcycle Harley. It was like a Harley swap meet going on. So there's all these dudes with with these Harleys, like driving around the parking lot, and we were like cute little teenage girls, just hopping on the back of Harleys and getting driven around the parking lot and hanging out. And the Queensryche bus came in and saw us. And so we were like hanging out talking to the Queensryche guys. And they gave us backstage passes. So we went backstage after the show and met all the bands. And it turned out that my friend Angie that I was with, her old babysitter, Kristen, that used to babysit her, was James's girlfriend at the time. So she runs into Kristen backstage, and Kristen's with James, and we're all just like, oh my God, what? This is incredible. So we basically just hung out with them all night, till like the fucking wee hours. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And the show was over at 11. And they were like, you guys gotta come back tomorrow. And we were like, yeah, we do. And they're like, we'll put you on the list. We were like, okay. So, I mean, because we already lived in Fairfield, and this was in San Francisco, so we had to drive back to Fairfield. Then we had to go to high school the next morning. That was the hard part because it was fucking weeknight, right? These shows were happening on school nights. So talking to my parents and letting me go was impossible. And the only way I got my mom to let me do it was if I swore that I would go to school the next morning. So I get up at the ass crack of dawn, and I'm at the breakfast table just pounding coffee, no makeup, shitty hair, all of it, just like, fuck me. Because I'd only been asleep for like 3 hours, and we'd been up all night, and we'd been drinking all day. And then I'm sure there was some crank involved. I'll just put that right up front. And then we went to high school, and we full on fucking Wayne's World that shit, dude. We had bought tour programs, the book, and we slapped our backstage passes in the tour programs, and we were like, we met Metallica last night, motherfuckers, check out our autographs. And everybody was like, oh. You're like, I know, right? That's why I don't have makeup on today. And then we were like, and we're going back tonight. And that was really hard to convince my mom. Like, I was just like half dead at the breakfast table, drinking the coffee, going, you don't understand, Mom. The band has invited us personally. They have put tickets on hold for us at the box office that cannot be used by anyone else but us. They're expecting us. Oh my God, it was so insane. And finally, she was like, well, you have to go to school. That's it. You just have to go to school. Right now, I'll go to every single class. I was a big putter, so that was a big deal for me. And I was like, I'll go to every single class tomorrow and every single class for the rest of the week. I promise. Just let me go see Metallica. And so she did. So then I got the makeup on and the hair up, and boom, my friend's aunt picked us up and drove us to fucking Arco Arena, and we had passes and tickets to Metallica the next day. And it was awesome. And we went backstage, and we saw. Then we had Chinese food. They had Chinese food on the bus afterwards, and my hair was all just like 80s stuff. And then there was a food fight, and that food fight involved fried rice, and that fried rice got in the hair. So I was like, hold this. And I'm pretty sure it was Lars who threw rice in my hair, if I remember correctly. So I got off the bus and was like shaking the rice out of my hair. And the Queensryche guys came up and were like, hey, come hang out on our bus. We don't have Chinese food. And I was like, all right. So I'm hanging out with them. And the bus starts moving. And this is like literally like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, whoa, where's the bus going? And he's like, oh, we just have to pull out of the way because, we've already loaded all of our stuff, and then Metallica needs to get in to be able to load all their stuff. So we need to pull out of the way. And I was like, oh, okay, that made sense. Because I was 16, I was a fucking junior in high school. I didn't know. And I had just turned 16, right? This was 1988. This was like December 88, and I had turned 16 in November. And now having worked in concerts for 25 years, I know what bullshit that is. But, then I had no clue. Next thing I know, the bus comes screeching to a halt. My friend's aunt comes on and is like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, we're just hanging out. I'm drinking beer. I'm watching a movie. We're just chilling. What? And she's like, they were leaving with you. And I was like, what? I go, they said they were just pulling around. She's like, no, they're pulling out. And I was like, what the? And I looked at him and I was like, are you fucking serious right now? And they're like, we were going to fly you home. I was like, I have to go to school tomorrow. And they were like, and I was like, I have to go to high school tomorrow. Did that faze them? Nope. They were like, we fly you back. You know, I was like, fucking Christ. So she's like, get the fuck off this bus right now. And I'm like, I'm coming. This is crazy pants. I did not think I was going to get kidnapped tonight, but here we are. And then we got off the bus and we got into her little car. We had to walk right from the backstage around to where we had parked 7 hours earlier. You know, we had no idea where the car was. All the lights were out at Arco and the fog had rolled in. So you can't even see. And this is before they had car alarms that you could click. So we're like blindly walking around Arco Arena in the middle of the fucking night, like through Thule fog just coming at us. We could barely see anything, trying to find the fucking car. Then once we found the car, we couldn't figure out how to get out of the fucking parking lot. So she had to just drive out in one direction until we found something that we could see, and then eventually work our way to the fence. And then she had to drive along the fence all the way until we found an open gate. And then we had to drive home. And then I had to go to high school the next morning. And I thought I was going to fucking die. But I didn't. And it was cool. So now that I'm friends with the Queensrÿche guys, I tell them that story. I'm all, you're fucking light tech. And I remember his name, so I give him his name. I give them his name, and I'm like, that guy was going to fucking kidnap me. A 16-year-old girl, a barely 16-year-old girl, and they're like, yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah, shit was hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, my God. So when you say, do you have some stories? I have some stories. It just takes something to trigger them, and then I can't stop. It's funny, too, because now, whenever I have a chance, I'm like, hey, Mom, remember how hard you made it for me to do the shit that's like literally paying my bills now? Remember how hard it was for me to convince you to let me hang out with Metallica? And then 30 years later, Metallica gave my little brother a job for like 8 years. I was like, yeah, what was Michael going to do? Metallica gave him a job. Aren't you glad that you let me hang out with Metallica in 1988 so that 40 years later they could give Michael a job? 30 years later. Oh, yeah. She was weird, though. Fucking weird. Oh, why is my timing off again? I swear to God. All right. I'm gonna have to add something. All right. How about that? There we go. Queensrÿche, pro Jeff or no? Ooh. You know what? I do not have time for that conversation at all. I actually have to get but Kevin, if you remember that, I will give you the full fucking scoop from all sides of, well, not all sides, but you know, from all the shit I know, which isn't inconsiderable. Yeah, I can definitely get into that one tomorrow. Or another day, whenever you think about it. Just ask me next time. Yeah. Right now I got like 4 minutes before I got to, I think 3.5. Yeah. I got like 3.5 minutes to get to the end of the show. Yeah, but the short answer is I'm pro Queensrÿche. In the split, I went with the bands and not with Jeff, and there's a whole lot of reasons behind that. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Nate. Drop by anytime, man. Clearly we have people in common, so we may have been in the same room at the same time and just don't realize it. Although I guess you would recognize me by now, right? Maybe, maybe not. Have fun, guys. I'm here every day from 2:30 to 6:30, so as long as this live streamy thing is working well and nobody's pissed off about me doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it. So holla back and all that shit. PJ, aw, did you make it just in time for me to say goodbye? Um, I also have not posted the concert calendar yet. Fuck, I was right in the middle of that when I started telling the Metallica story. Um, get some sleep, brother. We'll do a call at 9 tomorrow, dude.